such a time as this.
And welcome back to For Such a Time As This. I am your host, Pastor James Pittman. Do I have a doozy for you on this one? Senator Harris is the senator from the great state of California, and she offered her view on the show The Root. She offered her view on, what did she call it? She called it sex workers. Watch the clip.
Now, on the issue of providing a safe place for sex workers, I am a huge advocate for that, always have been.
Do you think that sex work ought to be decriminalized?
I think so. I do. I think that we have to understand, though, that it is not as simple as that. It is also about there is an ecosystem around that includes crimes that harm people. And for those issues, I do not believe that anybody who hurts another human being or profits off of their exploitation should be admonished or should be free of criminal prosecution. But when you're talking about consenting adults, I think that, yes, we should really consider that we can't criminalize consensual behavior as long as no one is being harmed. But at the point that anyone's being harmed or exploited, then I think we have to understand that's a different matter.
Maybe I'm getting too old. In my day, they used to call sex workers prostitutes. And she talked about this ecosystem that surrounds the sex workers. In my day, we used to call that ecosystem PIMPS. And so you had prostitutes and you had pimps. And she said as long as there's no one around the sex trade, as long as there's no one around that profits from it, well, you try having prostitutes without pimps. Good luck with that. Now, pimp comes in all shapes and sizes. Some have the hat with the feather coming out of it, with the fur coats. Some of them have three-piece suits with ties. But anyone who controls the prostitutes, they call them pimps, right? And good luck with having sex workers without the ecosystem around them. Look, here's the bottom line. This is crazy. I mean, this Senator Harris wants to be president of the United States of America, and she doesn't have the moral clarity to understand you're not going to have an industry of prostitutes and people not get harmed. She says she wants to have a place to where it can be a safe place where people don't get hurt. You want to have a place where prostitutes are selling sex for money and yet people not get hurt. Is that even possible? No, the act itself is harming women, destituted women. Yet she wants to provide a safe place for prostitutes without the pimps. Her moral clarity doesn't exist. That's crazy. Man, I knew we were falling as a society, but wow, really? No, Senator. No. The act of women trading sex for money, that harms them and everyone around them. And if your moral clarity is so shot and so null and void and non-existent, maybe you shouldn't be president.
For such a time as this.